It will be we will be continuing today the CSR topic. Last week, as you remember, we talked about that companies have some responsibilities, right? And generally, these responsibilities based on economic responsibilities to being profitable, making profits, contributing to the general economy. But in addition to that, there are some legal responsibilities as well. They need to obey the law, obey the commerce law, obey the general law of that country they are operating in. And these are obligatory ones. The legal responsibilities are obligatory. They need to obey that. However, corporate social responsibility literature talks about that the responsibilities of companies go beyond these two, go beyond these economic and legal responsibilities. They have also ethical and philanthropic responsibilities, like in their activities they need to respect to others. In their activities they need to respect to the nature, having a code of ethics and being a good corporate citizen. What do we mean by that? Contributing to the societal needs, helping the people in need in their society. So these kind of additional responsibilities exist according to CSR theory, CSR theorists. So total corporate social responsibility says that these responsibilities should be all there for company. Okay, I mean, we can't say that a company should not have economic responsibilities because they need to make profits to operate, to continue their operations and to continue their contribution to the economic development of their societies. They also must obey the legal responsibilities, it's a must, and they also need to have ethical and philanthropic responsibilities. However, not everyone agrees with that idea. Okay, some other scholars, some other thinkers, they think that the CSR is not a good concept. Okay, it's a bad thing for businesses. What do they argue? How they bring counter arguments to that? Let's see that now. They say that CSR activities actually damage the economic goal of profit maximization, right? If you don't spend your resources on profit maximization, they say, you will actually lose your potential profits. You will lose your potential revenues. You will lose your potential investment areas. And it's a bad thing for business, right? Losing their profits. Why do they need to share their profits instead of contributing it again to the economy, again to the investment, they say. Another argument they argue, they insist on, it's not their responsibility to be social, to have social activities, to have social responsibilities. Businesses are not equipped with these skills to help the people. Businesses are not actually founded for that reason, right? There are non-governmental organizations, there are WACs, there are other governmental and private organizations who help people, right? So it's not their responsibility. The for-profit businesses needed to do their business for profit. So if a company engage in CSR activities, they may lose their direction, they may lose their lead, they will lose their purpose of making business, making profit. Okay, and it also limits the ability to compete. It's bad against the competition rules, right? In the global marketplace, because as you know, there are huge competition in the world, like Chinese, Pakistani, Indian, or Asian products are very cheaply, they are producing very cheaply and efficiently, and they are distributing to all over the world. So a company must compete with that. For example, a company in Turkey, a company in the United States or Europe must compete with that. But instead of competing with them, if they just dedicate their profits, dedicate their money to CSR activities, actually they lose their competitive position as well. So it is their argumentation. Okay? So, for example, Milton Friedman says that the only social responsibility of business is to increase its profits. He says profits as a result of the actions of the firm is an end itself. I mean, what do he mean by that? Profit is the goal, the ultimate goal of the businesses. Why do we so much care about profit? Because this profit amount means that it is the additional contribution to the total economy, right? I mean, you invest some money, you spend some resources, you create some product, right? You advertise it, you pay money to the labor, you create employment opportunity to people, and then you create a product, and then you sell it, you get some money, and at the end of the day, you have a profit. This is very fundamental thing for markets, for capitalization, right? Every year they are looking about our GDPs, right? Gross domestic product, how much money our economy has produced. So a business should contribute directly to this economic development, not other things, he says. So a firm does not need to have any additional justification for existing, right? I mean, the existence of a firm is based on making profits, not social helping, not contributing to the society, not anything else, okay? A firm is just as a justification for making profits, being economic, okay? And the social value is maximized when a firm focuses on pursuing its self-interest in attempting to maximize profits. So when in a free market system, if every company works for profit maximization, actually it will be helpful for the economy. They will create more jobs, they will create more employment opportunities, they will pay more taxes to the government, and then government will take care of these social responsibility stuff. They say that like that. So what do you think? Can you share your opinions with me that? Do you think CSR is a responsibility of businesses, or Friedman is right? CSR is not a responsibility of businesses. A business's responsibility is just making profits. Which one is more close to your idea, close to your thinking? What do you think? Who wants to talk? Mehmet Altıntaş. Are you here? Fisal Agarbi, are you here?
Yes, John, I'm here.
Okay, can you answer my question? Did you hear it?
Yes. I think the responsibility for companies is to maximize its profit.
So CSR is
Not responsible for corporate social responsibility.
Is a useless thing, you think, right? CSR is not necessary, you say.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think like that?
I don't know why exactly. Because I'm company, my main goal is to maximize my profit.
Okay.
As I said, if I maximize my profit, I can provide the job. I can increase the GDP for my country. So
okay.
that I think.
Okay, your point. So shouldn't it be good if you help the people in your community, in your society, if you care for their problems as a business? Why it's a problem to share with them a small amount of your profits? Why do you think it's a problem?
So it's not a problem. If I can, of course, I will do. But if I not, no, I will not. I'll try my best.
Okay. Other friends who want to contribute to discussion? For example, Alper Gökçer. Are you here, Alper? Alper is not here. By the way, I am checking who is listening, who is not listening, right? Aleyna Güven, are you here?
Hocam buradayım ama sesiniz aşırı cızırtılı.
Sadece sana mı, diğer arkadaşlara da mı? Arkadaşlar sesim geliyor mu? Can you hear me?
İnternetimle alakalı sanırım.
Sizin internetinizle alakalı. Soruyu anladınız mı?
Hayır hocam. Yani çok
Okay,
sesiniz geliyor.
let me repeat it again for you, Aleyna. corporate, you know what corporate social responsibility is, right? CSR. What CSR is. So a company should contribute to the social and societal needs of the society, right? But some other guys, on the other hand, say that the only responsibility of a business to make profits. Okay, they don't need to, they must not help other people. Okay, it's not their responsibility to contribute into their nature, to their society. So which one is more appropriate for you? Which one do you select? Which idea is more close to you? Aleyna? Yasser, you can answer, please.
Yeah, I guess the companies should contribute in the social responsibilities in all the ways to increase the any country's economy. So all the companies, especially the, how we call it, not the governmental company, but the special companies, they should contribute in these social responsibilities. So to provide jobs to the people, and I don't know what else they should do, but they should contribute in this social responsibility.
So you agree with the idea that a company, a business also have additional responsibilities rather than economic and legal ones, right? So they need to have social responsibilities as well.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this is from the ethical of any company.
Any company, yes, you are right. Yes, actually, this side is more close to me also, because even if they claim that the business is for business is just making money, it's not, right? Because businesses actually operate in a society, right? They use the sources of the society, okay? Even if they pay them, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, they are paying their employees, they are paying for the resources they get, but they are using the sources, people, the natural sources, and the human sources of the society, right? And then they need to pay back. They need to actually have some additional responsibilities. So making profits is, of course, a main goal of a business. I mean, we don't deny that. It's more, it's less valuable, right? Having a profits. However, it's not the only goal, right? It's not the only goal. If it is the only goal, actually, we don't care about any ethical standard, any responsibility, I mean, that you need to actually respond. So everyone is suffering in your society from a problem, right? Let's say from the COVID pandemic, but you are not caring about it as a business, a big business. You are not trying to solve that problem. I mean, it's not a good idea, okay? So Friedman says that instead of helping the society, a company should focus to increase their stockholders' interest in stockholders' money. Okay, they should focus on that, he says. So it's not a very, it's a problematic thinking, right? Only the stockholders thinking about themselves. It's a greedy thing. So he also says that CSR is against capitalism, a fundamentally subversive doctrine in a free society, he says. So he understands freedom as freedom to make money, freedom to make profits, but not paying it back, right? No one can force me to engage in social responsibility activities. He sees CSR as a waste of firms' resources, which legally belong to the firm's owners, its shareholders and executives. So a firm is wasting their money, wasting their resources. Social matters are not the corners of business people, and their problems should be resolved by other social actors. And I don't care, actually, he says, in a very capitalistic way. However, what arguments we can say against Friedman, against this capitalistic view? He says that actually businesses could be a part of solution of social issues. It's very important, and people expect it from businessmen, right? For example, when you go to a place, when you go to your villages or rural small cities, actually they proud of the businessmen they grow up from them, for example, and they want them to contribute to their own cities, to make a bridge, to make a well, to bring water, to make a school, help the people there, provide them jobs, right? So these kind of things actually are not economic, right? I mean, a company is making a business school, right? So how come it's profitable for them? They are wasting their resources, monies, as Friedman put it. However, actually, it's expected from them. I mean, the people, the customers, the governments, they expect these kind of additional responsibilities from them. It also helps protect businesses to protect their self-interests. In what way? I mean, we can say that not only helping, but economically also CSR could contribute to companies, because people who see that a company is helping other people, a company is trying to solve their societal problems, okay, they will be more willing to go to that company and buy their products mostly, because people know that the consumers know that they are contributing back to their society, so they are more willingly to spend their money, buy from them, support them. And also the governments would be more easy on you if you engage in CSR activities. And actually in Turkey it's very common. For example, if you build up a school and give it to the government, actually governments deduct that money from your taxes. Or if you just give some money to an NGO, to a vakıf, foundation in English, right? If you give some amount of money, you can cut it from your taxes. Why? Because government provide incentives to these businesses to support their society. It's normally government's responsibility to build up schools, but when you get burden out of them by building that, by giving that, and government actually help you in return of tax reduction. And also in additional things, government may be easy on you, right? Because you are a very positive company who is thinking their society. Also, the social issues also could be related to the business's resources and expertise. It's not that much different many of the times. I mean, you may think that why do I care about the migrants in my city, right? As a business, I mean, they came to our city. I don't care about them. However, if you, as a business, if you provide solution, if you help them, if you can provide, for example, job opportunities to them, or if you can provide shelters to them, or other things to them, actually you are, in the end of the day, you are contributing to the city's well-being. Also, the city's well-being is contributing to you as well, right? And it could be related to your expertise, to your resources as well. And you also be proactively in terms of strategic thinking. CSR is also seen as a strategic movement as well. By some authors, they say that it's a strategic movement, strategic action to engage in CSR activity. It's kind of you creating a brand image at the eye of the shareholders, stakeholders, and the people looks you with a different perspective, right? And the most important thing, I think, the public supports CSR activities. Public, I mean, people love it. People love the companies who are giving back, right? It's an important issue. So, what kind of things a company, what kind of different positions a company have against CSR? Let's look at them. First of all, is defensive approach, as Friedman says, as he put it. I mean, I don't believe in CSR. It's a waste of money. We shouldn't do that. And some companies, many of the companies, don't engage with these kind of activities. They say that I need to survive. I don't have extra money. I don't have extra resources to share with people. So I don't care about CSR. And but it's not all sharing money. Also being ethical. Also respecting to the other stakeholders' rights, their privacy. These are all related to the ethical business ethics and CSR as well. I mean, don't think that CSR is only giving away money to other people from the businesses, but also being ethical, being fair to their employees. I mean, not harming the nature, for example, not harming the natural resources like oil, water, forests. These kind of things all are included in CSR. But a defensive approach don't give much importance to that, okay? Because they think that, okay, at the end of the day, the number one responsibility of me to make my owners rich. Okay, this is it. What other one? The cost and benefit approach. It sees CSR as a calculated approach. They think that if I invest some kind of money now in CSR, in the near future, in the next short term or the long term, I will benefit from that. How come? For example, as the example that we give about government tax reductions. If we give some amount of money to some foundation, you know that government would cut it from your taxes, and maybe the government give you a bid, right? They give you a job, extra job, and sometimes government asks this kind of question. For example, you want to take a job from government, we call them bids, but they require you to pay some money to some foundation or build up a school, build up a something that society may need. So you can think it as a cost and benefit approach, right? I mean, I pay this amount of money, but at the end of the day, I increase my brand image and people more likely to buy from me, and I actually see CSR as an investment, okay, as a cost and benefit approach. The third one, a strategic approach, think that CSR is a strategic competency, strategic ability, skill that companies should have. And they put it in a very important place because, as you know, companies have some missions, some visions, some long-term goals and objectives. So when a company puts this kind of CSR in their plans, strategic plans, in their goals, objectives, actually they can create more impacts both to their society and their businesses, right? One step more, actually they see it as an innovation and learning approach. So CSR help company to innovate more, to provide a development within their company. For example, you want to be respectful to the nature, you want to decrease your carbon emissions, you want to decrease your pollution to air and etc. And you, it's a social responsibility to protect these one, and you invest some amount of money in green technologies, for example. But at the end of the day, you have a capacity in terms of green technologies, right? Recycling technologies and etc. So it actually helps you to learn as well, right? To make a progress in your business. Okay. In our century, the CSR demonstrates a commitment to the society's values, okay? Contributing to the society's social, environment, and economic goals through action. So in our century, it's expected from companies to be respectful to the society, to the environment, okay? It's very important, don't forget that. I mean, you will be graduating from our school as businessman candidates or managers or workers in a good, employees in a good companies. So know that when you have the authority or the power in companies, you need to somehow be responsible, right? So you need to help society, okay? And you need to protect society from the negative impacts of the company operations and products and services. You do the very base of it. Do not give any harm to the society, okay? Through your products, through your production facilities. Do not provide any harm to the nature or society. And also, you need to share your benefits with stakeholders as well as shareholders. Shareholders are the ones who own the company, who own the stocks, okay? But stakeholders is a more general concept. Stakeholder means everyone who is impacted from your job. Okay, people, customers, rivals, government, nature, animals, anything, anyone who is impacted from you. So you need to actually contribute to them as well. And also, it's demonstrated that the companies who engage in CSR activities are making more money by doing the right thing, by doing the CSR. There are some works on that, academic works on that. They prove that companies who engage in CSR are actually gaining more. They having more potential, more revenues than the other companies. So it actually does not provide a threat to the company's profitability, as Friedman says. Okay. Yes, these are actually not very important. I am moving them. And the corporate citizenship. What's corporate citizenship is? Let's we continue with that. It embraces all of the facets of the corporate social responsibility and performance. It serves of the variety of stakeholders, right? So a corporate citizen actually respect to the moral and ethical principles. So by this way, you integrate individuals into communities in which they work. Okay. So a form of enlightened self-interest that balances stakeholders' claims and enhances companies' long-term value. So corporate citizenship means actually you need to make a balance between the company's interests and society's interests. Sometimes they may clash. They may have a problem with each other, right? Sometimes you need to increase the overall profit of the company. However, society may have a damage out of it. For example, mining companies, right? It's very popular nowadays. In Kaz Dağları, they want to open up a mine, a gold mine, but people who live in there, they don't want it because a mining company creates huge damages to the nature, to the forests there. So, but the company thinks that the company's shareholders should have benefit from it because they make an investment. They need to get that money. They need to dig out that gold and put it into economy, Turkish economy, contribute to the Turkish economy and their shareholders. However, on the other hand, it would have a critical damage on the people's lives or natural life in there. So who will be right here, right? What should we do here? I mean, a corporate citizenship should say that they actually argue that we need to have a balance, make a balance in between these clashing interests, okay? So what kind of internal motivators are here and external pressures are there here for corporate citizenship? And internal motivators are traditions and values, for example, religious beliefs, right, of the businessman. I mean, for example, our religion, Islam, orders us to help people, right? It's a must for us to pay some amount of our money to help people, right? So it's actually a good motivator for companies, for businessmen to help others. And image, reputation, business strategy, we talked about this. And also recruiting and retaining employees. Some employees actually want to work in companies who engage in CSR activities more because they think that in that companies they create something valuable to their society. They are not only making money, but they are creating something more for the society. So they are more willingly to talented employees willing to work in these kind of companies. It could be a motivator, right? And external pressures, the customers, consumers may make a pressure on you that you need to act responsibly. Company, the community may expectation, okay, and love and political pressures also could make it a must for you. But if you create a corporate citizenship, okay, if you create your company as a citizen of a state. I mean, a corporate citizenship means that the company would act like a good citizen who helps their people, who helps their cities, who helps their countries. Okay, so one of your main goal is contributing to the development of your country. This is it. So by this way, you can improve the employee relations, customer relations, and you can improve your business performance as well. And you can also improve your marketing effort because you have a good image. Don't forget, if you are a corporate citizen, if you are a good businessman, who have a good image in the eyes of people and community and your consumers as contribute to the society, you could have more success in the market. Okay, you could have good performance. Yes, there are some stages here for corporate citizenship. Actually, you can see here very different things that company can do, right? But elementary page, you create some job and profits, you provide taxes to the government, and you actually provide some economic contribution. And then you engage with the community with philanthropic activities. I mean, philanthropy means giving away some money, donations, and environmental protection, and other kind of things. You actually, and then you could have an innovative one. You can create a stakeholder management position and build more strong relation with your stakeholders, with other people. And then you can move on to integrated part and sustainability for triple bottom line. What do we mean by triple bottom line? Economy, nature, society, these three, right? These three, you are sustainably operating your businesses by not harming any of them and contributing to all of them. You're contributing to economy by making profits. You're contributing to nature by making green technologies or protecting or helping nature. And three, you're helping the society. Okay? And maybe transforming, changing the game, having a leader in the industry with a breakthrough on CSR. I mean, these are all the corporate citizenship stages according to Boston College report. Okay, as you see here, and they create a way how companies can improve this corporate citizenship and what kind of challenges they may have, like credibility, capacity problems, coherence problems, and commitment problems. All of them are very serious problems because, as you know, you actually dedicate some amount of your resources to CSR activities, and some may have a problem with that, right? Like shareholders or other ones. Any questions? So what about the social and financial performance relationship? Let me talk about this. As I said to you, companies who engage in CSR activities also could have good performance in their financial performance. So some people say that good corporate social performance creates good corporate financial performance and their reputation. Okay? And some say that good financial performance creates good corporate social performance, and then it creates corporate reputation. Some other one says good social performance creates good financial performance and good corporate reputation. Actually, 1 and 3 is almost the same, right? Okay, so the corporate multiple bottom line perspective says that for each of your stakeholders, you need to create a CSR plan. For example, for your owners, stakeholders, owners, okay, the company owners, what is your contribution to them? For your consumers, for your employees, for your community, for other stakeholders. So what is your detailed CSR plan for them? It means that, okay? So sustainability, triple bottom line perspective. I said it again and again. So don't forget it, please. A company is responsible in terms of economically, socially, and environmentally. Don't forget that as a business student. This the main aim of this course, okay? What I want to teach you here is that we only focus on, generally in business department, focus on the profit part, right? We say that companies make profit. We teach you the ways how to increase your profit, how to increase companies' profit, how to make them successful. However, it's not enough. Today's world, companies should contribute to a society, to contribute to their nature. Okay, don't forget it, please. Okay, this is it for today, guys. Do you have any questions?